A very fine evening to all of you. Welcome, it's good to have you. How you doing there, Alex? Good to see you, my friend. And we have Davros, like the name there. I might just end up having to call you Davros, because I feel like I'm not quite saying it right. But I know you're probably in charge of the Daleks, possibly even their creator, who knows. I will get started here in a moment, and we'll see what happens. And the Butai is going to go south today. We're going to have it move out a truck towards to the something like the southeast, move southeast-ish out of truck and then south. Ideally, we do not have any interceptions with submarines. It'd be nice to avoid that. How you doing there, Silly? I like that name, Silly Chickens. That's an amazing name. Welcome, my dude. Is this the first time having you? I don't think I've seen that name before, but that's an awesome name. Okay. I mean, we've really made up the turns as of late. Really been cracking. Ain't in there, Hill. Good to have you, my man. So, there's Bloodnut, Floutnut, Floutland, Flatulent. Oh, there's Bloodnut with Flatulent. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I couldn't read in there with the font. I watched on YouTube and the VODs. Ah, that's awesome, dude. Welcome. Welcome, Silly. You're just at the right time here today. Just at the right time. Okay. I don't know what he means by that, but we'll see. I have gone ahead and set a 80-20% cap at Rabal. I did send the submarines out from Rabal as well today. So, Tassafaranga? Is it Tassafaranga? Tassafaranga? I can't remember how you pronounce that. Didn't quite see the name, but yes, we do have an 80% cap and 20% rest of Rabal. See him continue to unload. It might be the bad weather and a combination of factors being the reason why we haven't hit his ships with the G3s. Who knows? Maybe today we will hit him with the G3s. Tambor, right? Okay, that's the path that Kido is taken out, which is not great. But we do have a patrol boat here. That's a little bit worrying, but at least we're engaging him rather than him engaging us. We do have a number of HW task forces. That's a little bit worrying, though. I was hoping that the sub would have continued to gone this way, but we'll see. Ideally, we can drive her out of the area. Speed things up. Okay. Ideally, she does not dive in deep. Yes, we have torpedo boats over here. I think this is another ASW task force. I think that one. Right, so he sees... That's kind of annoying. He's going to see assets there, but it's going to be hard for him to actually realise what is what, because we did have a lot of assets in that area anyway. But if we make it through here, so we see Swordfish once again. Has to attack in Swordfish over here. Near miss rattles a sub. I'm not too sure if this is... It seems like it is shallow waters, but I'm not too sure here. It must be shallow waters, considering that each of these are near misses, and they're all causing damage. But I mean, this is it. Little hits will build up over time. Eventually he will be driven out of there. Okay, so we look like we made it through the night phase? Right, he's coming here to bombard to Largi then. Yeah, okay, I was saying to Infinite Monkey actually, it looks like he's actually going to be going north towards Ontong Java. And it looks like he's repeating what he did some days earlier. Now, it's going to suck because we might have some H6K4s destroyed here and some Jakes, but so be it. So be it. Well, the thing is with the actual subs in the port hex, in the actual hex of Rabal, if they're not set to react, then they're not sort of tripping the mines. Or they're not as likely to trip the mines because they're not trying to actively engage. So he takes a risk by going into the hex. But yeah, so we have 332 casualties there. Okay, so the actual... Nice, okay. So we do have casualties here, but these can be recovered. 1 destroyed, 2 destroyed there. Not too bad. The airfield's obviously taken a hit there. We did have it resupplied to an extent, so it's taken a supply hit. But that's okay. It is what it is, really. I do wonder if he's actually going to be heading towards Ontong Java, because that's when I do have Kido actually heading down that way. we may very well get our decisive battle in the days to come. That's going to be very interesting. Okay. I was initially only going to sally out the Butai, full Butai, and the 2 fast BBs and 4 CAs along with DDs and etc. But Infinite Monkey rightly so said you might as well take the BBs out as well. So we do have all of the BBs in with Butai. So we have every BB in the area except here, which is in porter truck repairing right now. But should be sent to join out later. So we make it through the night phase. So he bombarded Tulagi, but frankly, he's not done that much. Tulagi, I mean, I'm quite glad to see that we didn't lose any aircraft. But this is it. He's trying to cause damage, but he's not doing that much there. Ideally, we do get the G-Fleet attack today. I would really like to see them attack. Yep, okay, so we can see they're running the search. Okay. I do have a light cruise and DDs heading down here to the Bardwab. I do have a DDs over here at the Bardwab. That were not for Luzon. They've been sent out by way to refuel. I just want to... I mean, we're getting all these hits in here. That looks to be a President fucking Coolidge class AP. Hit it! Just hit it! Like, if we don't get it today, we will be sending out actual assets to go ahead and take that. Right, okay. So we are... Yeah, okay. So there are subs in that area. Okie dokie. Either way, we have the AKEs that will be in Rangoon today. So we'll rearm the DDs, sort of the CAs I should say, and then we'll decide upon our options there really. Okay. So I'm bombing his forces out here at this moment in time. Okay. There we go, just trying to disable his squads there. It reduces his AV, makes it harder for him to actually achieve anything that he's trying to do. So we actually have a Lily shot down by flak, which kind of sucks. That's a shame. Oh well. Oh, why are they got... They should have escort. Okay, well, they make it through, but they should actually have escort. I do have. There's actually the A6M2 here. They're split into 3, and all of them are set up Rome. So they should have escort. But hey-ho, apparently they're just going in there. I don't know. It's kind of crazy. Because they should have an escort. It looks like coordination isn't working pretty well, but I mean, it should be fine. They're closer to the target than the bombers are. It shouldn't be this much of a problem. We haven't been burnt as of yet, so we're going to move into the air PM phase here, it seems, in a second. Right, moving to the air PM. Okay. I'm going to assume that we're not going to get the chance to attack, and I cannot work out as to why, but it is what it is. Okay. Right, so did he go just the bombardment? That'd be intriguing. We do see the, what is likely subs around the area. He's definitely filling the area around truck with a lot of subs, actually. But that's fine, we do have the Jakes with the SW now, so we can definitely deal with them more so than we could beforehand. We may have the attack at SunYan today. I'm hoping they arrive today. If not, they'll arrive tomorrow. Okay. No. Once again, we have no attack. For God's sakes. No, I don't know about that fall, because we've had strikes launched. I get that it is a problem, but there is also a air headquarters there as well. We've launched attacks before from other airfields. I mean, that one there at Chiang Mai is just slightly overloaded. We've had more from... Oh, we actually do have an attack here today. I don't know what's causing that at Chiang Mai. But especially with the 3rd Air Division there, it should be a hell of a lot easier. I'm not too sure what is actually causing a problem there. It may be wherever it... I don't know. But we see over here that, yeah, he only has the 76 Chinese core there. He does not have that much in wave strength. He's gonna get a paste in here. But this is important. I'm kind of hoping his forces would retreat over here. They're much more likely to retreat over here to the rear, but if they could go there... But in fairness, we do have 2 roads open to us here, which is excellent. So we'll see here. Oh, yeah, it looks like we've destroyed a lot of units. I'm not too sure, but I'm sure we've had other bases where we've not had that problem, but who knows. Yeah, look at that, wow. So, that looked like it hurt. That sure did look like it hurt. So they're not... where are they retreating towards then? So they move back over here then. Okay. So, as expected. So we had 3,842 here. We had 2,046 adjusted AV to 108. So we had 18 to 1 odds there. Even higher odds than we had at SunYan. 622 there. So, minus experience, we had the shock plus. So we have 2 squads destroyed, 69 disabled. You know this is going to be bad for the Chinese. 1 engineer destroyed, 29 disabled, 16 disabled there. 5 vehicles destroyed, 43 disabled. We inflict a further 16,895 casualties upon the Chinese army here in the north. 787 destroyed, 96 destroyed, disabled. 1,360 destroyed, 69 disabled. 35 engineers destroyed, 10 disabled. 180 guns destroyed, 33 disabled. We destroyed 7 units in that battle and forced 12 more to retreat. His units are essentially broken at this moment in time. Yeah, they are essentially broken. That is a lot of Chinese cores there as well. Had all of the actual army HQs here as well. He's essentially broken there. We are launching another battle over here, and I do have my... Yes, there we go. The 124th Regiment has arrived here today. Ideally, they are in the battle. I just hope that they're actually going to participate fully. We have the 2 regiments here. They did have a lot of fatigue. I mean, a lot of these units had a lot of fatigue and disruption. So I wouldn't normally attack again so soon, but there's a lot of actual aircraft over here, and I do want to try and take them out. His AV doesn't look that great, so hopefully we could overwhelm him. He only has this one KNIL battalion, and we have the Coastal Gun Battalion. There's nothing else really beyond that. So we'll hope for the best really on this one. I hope we win. So we don't win, but we destroyed another unit there, it looks like. Yes, so 778 casualties. So we destroyed 2 units over there. I didn't see which ones were destroyed, but we destroyed 2 more units there, which is nice. So he's down to level 0 fortification, so we got off very lightly there. It might be that we just attack again tomorrow, to be honest, because we are winning here, and we just need to force him out of this base and destroy those units. That would be good. We are attacking here once again against the 58th Chinese Corps. We do have the AV, and I'm just going to force them to retreat here. So 1-to-1 odds there, 609 to 361. So he'll remain in the hex. We have 385 casualties there, 610 on his side. He is going to be forced out of here. Inevitably, he will be forced out. Right, deliberate attacking again over here against the 11th Chinese Corps and the 17th Group Army there. So 89 to 13, so he's going to be forced to retreat once again towards United teams. So he moves back over here then. Okay, so he has no supply, which is not too surprising. We have there 1,081, yeah, so another 48 squads destroyed, 57 there. I do have some garrison forces over here that I could actually use to attack him too, which is very nice. That's good news. Attacking over here once again against the Makassar garrison force and the base force here. And let's try and get it to bloody well surrender. Yeah, it may be that we just have to attack it each and every turn. He has 8 AV left, but... terrain, disruption, fatigue, morale. Apparently no supply issues. Right, we'll be taking Kazmata here today. We had the battle north of SunYan, which we definitely won. We did have Tulagi bombarded here today by Allied naval forces. But pretty good day then all in all, sorry. Port Blair expands to size 3, which is very good for us. Okay, so a good turn. I'm hoping that Kido Butai has not been detected. He will have seen that there were task forces in that area. But we did attack the actual submarine. We did attack, ideally, well, we did have an actual float planes overhead as well. Ideally, Kido Butai is not detected. But it looks like he's kept his carriers back. He looks like he's actually looking for some sort of fight. But what we'll do then is essentially, give or take, it depends really what he's going to do. But what we're going to do then is move on. And we're going to go ahead and conduct an operation to go ahead and destroy Port Moresby. So he may feel that we are going to be moving towards his fleet. And he might go ahead and do what he did beforehand and look to retreat. What we'll do then is, if he does retreat, if he doesn't, we'll engage. If he does retreat, then we'll go ahead and we'll bombard Port Moresby. Sorry, yes, Port Moresby indeed. So he went in there and he got out. Had a sub there, which thankfully wasn't damaged. So Tulagi, not that bad. I mean, obviously we had these units bombarded here. But they've had worse. There's enough supply. We did actually unload a good deal of supply beforehand. Still have the aircraft over here, so it looks like we might want to move them out at some point. Tulagi's okay. It's like a good base, but the thing is, it's like, it will matter in the future. I'll grab myself one of the East, £19 at the moment. Oh wow, that's pretty good actually. Yeah, you'll enjoy it. I'm sure you'll enjoy that. Good game. No, I don't think he's going to go for Rabal. I mean, you look at this, he went for Lei, he went for Tulagi, he hasn't gone for Rabal. I think he wants a fight, but I think he is somewhat worried about engaging Rabal. You're going to look at it this way, we had 29 zeros at Lei, which is why he bombarded at Lei. He knows Lei is going to be less defended than Rabal is. So I do have my subs out here. Okay. So, Kido Butai is undetected. We have our oilers behind us over here, then that's excellent, excellent bloody news. Oh, thank you very much there, Sergeant Haramir. Ah, that's awesome, man. So, Sergeant Haramir subscribed for 3 months, currently on a 1-month streak. Thank you very much there, my friend. That is awesome, man. Thank you so very much. Right, so if we take a look then. We should not be detected. Yes, we have a stream overcast right now. Ah, that's much appreciated, my man. Thank you so very much. Yeah, so we have no detection over us. God, I cannot speak. So we do have the Kongo, the Kirishima, Nagato, Mutsu, Fuso, Yamashiro, Hyuga, Tone, Chikuma, Ashigara, Furutaka. And then obviously we have a number of destroyers. We have a number of destroyers here as well. Hey, didn't that happen? Hi, the land offensive is real and rapid success in the west. Too bad there are no longer the light CV supported. Well, this is it. It would have been nice, but we are doing well enough. Hey, didn't that BGG? Good to have you, my man. Do go ahead and check out the Battle Group Gamer on YouTube, by the way. He is also doing his own campaign, which is pretty fun there. Is there an Australian unit near Rabal moving? It is indeed, actually. It looks like it's moving back over here to Gazmata. But in fairness, well spotted then, by the way. Well spotted. There's no roads here. And that's Jungle Rough. So, Jungle Rough infantry. He's going to be moving about 4 miles per day. He has 3 hexes to cover. So 3 hexes is like 46 times 3. Let's go ahead and work out how long that's going to take him. Let's see. So 46 times 3 is 138 miles. So 138 miles divided by 3 is 46 days, I think. So good luck. I might have actually miscalculated that, but it's going to take him a long time. I had a very successful Mercen Gambit, and I have Singapore captured. Well, there you go. Yeah, congratulations there. It went well. Okay. Yeah, we're looking good here. We're looking very good. What we're going to do then is essentially is, as he's going to... Well, he looks to be building up this area here. He has 10 bombers, 12 auxiliaries. Okay. Thunderstorms overhead at Port Moresby. What we are going to do then is essentially continue to come south, and then we will come around. Whether we come around or whether we go down this way. We do have 2 Jank squadrons over here for our ASW. What I will do is actually have likely another one of them shifted out here to Rabal. And what we're going to do is essentially have them used so we can move through this way and ideally deal with submarines. But we are going to come down here and bombard Port Moresby. We're going to look towards invading Port Moresby, and I do have a number of Naval Guard units ready for that. I just need to get them into position, really. I did have a number of these assets go over here to make sure they were safe. I had a number of assets actually unload over here to Madang. That supply will transfer over here, but I could probably have it moved back. I mean, this is it. I somewhat expected him to consider it, but it looks like he's not. It looks like he's trying to get a rise out of us, and he's not getting that, which is fine. What is intriguing, though, is we haven't actually seen the American carriers. Okay, so I've run in reconnaissance over Darwin. Okay, so we've seen 8 bombers and an auxiliary over here. A PG and an AP. See a ship out here. Because I've got the Dinas out here at Kopang, so we actually have good detection over Darwin. Well, 2 out of 3, but it will get better over time. Like Cloud. That will improve. Yeah, they will supply moves across. You don't need roads to actually transfer supply. They will transfer across all hexes, it's just it's not very efficient and you do lose supply, but it can be done. I don't know. I feel like the overload is like... Because we've had them fly beforehand. I don't know. And especially having the 3rd Air Division here as well. I don't know. Well, yeah, this is the thing here to remember, BGG. You can obviously fight in hexes where there are no roads, and you still get supply. I could try that, but I just don't... I don't know. It's a strange situation. I think it's really kind of bizarre. Because they are flying. We are seeing them run in search. We'll probably shift the Tojos out. The issue is it's like, I want to move them to Rangoon, but I don't have the AV... Sorry, yes, the actual AS, I should say. The actual aviation support at Rangoon right now. It will be there soon. Right, so he's been here now a few days. We haven't yet attacked, but I think I will attack him here today. We should have him completely surrounded here today. Yep, we have a unit in every one of these hexes, and we have that surrounded. And I don't even think I need that anymore, considering I actually have every side of this hex controlled there. We have control of every road. So, we'll see about that. He does not look to be moving here yet, but I'm sure we saw 12 units here. I see 2 units here. Was it 10? No, it might have been 12. Have 8 or 10 here. We'll try it, I guess. I don't know. It is what it is anyway. Oh well. We'll try it and give it a go then. Right, so I have 15th Army here, which can begin moving to the north of here to Rome as well. We do have our tanks moving here, so they will be here tomorrow. The good news is he's given us the time to catch up here, which is really important. That still looks to be empty. We are moving this TIE unit up the road here, which is excellent. Yeah, we're looking really strong now. And this is it. Let's take a look. So I do have 1st Tank Regiment in here, which is also moving to Rome. So it'll be in Rangoon tomorrow. It might even be here tomorrow. 1 mile here, which will take it to 59 miles. It might be here tomorrow. Maybe it will be here tomorrow. That'd be awesome if it was. We do have our divisions over here, and we are going to march upon him in Rome. I'm going to have them move there. The tanks are going to remain in position another day. Once the infantry actually arrives, I can have the tanks moved in there too. How long before you have your 1st tank division? Probably quite a while. Where is it? Let's see. 6 tank... Right. Yeah, so 133 days, 119... I don't know, we'll call it about 130 odd days before we have anything like that. They derive in Mukden, so I'd obviously have to have them transferred out there. Oh, these are separate divisions, therefore. We have these divisions here still. What I'm moving out of here is the actual RTA. The Imperial Guard Division has been fully unloaded here today, so I can have it reformed. There we go. So I have the Imperial Guard Division and the 5th Division here. The 5th and Imperial Guard Division are going to launch the attack against the 17th Division alongside all this artillery. The tanks are going to continue to move along. First, I don't know. Is it in here? 7th Tank Regiment. I don't know where it is. It'll be around here somewhere. I'm going to have them march south in combat mode. I just want to make sure I can actually get this hex. Yeah, we're going to launch the attack here today. I wanted to make sure that we would have him surrounded, and we do have him surrounded. We do control every hex side now, which is good news. So, let's see. I do have the 4th RTA here. So they've moved into the hex. We have 6 RTA here, which is moving out to Rangoon. This was a unit that was absolutely broken by the 17th attack, but it's recovering now. There we go. So I'm going to have these fellows march back north. We will attack then. Now, they're complaining about lack of supplies, but there's more than enough supplies here. They just complain about the fact that there's not enough supplies in the unit itself, but they will get those supplies. There's no way they won't get those supplies. We are going to launch the attack here today. Load cost is fairly cheap, to be honest. Like, cargo is easy. The thing is, it's easier to move cargo than it is to move men, in a weird way. Right, so we're going to have the actual guns here. When you play the next turn. Probably tomorrow. Yeah, likely tomorrow. Tanks continue to move there. Yeah, the thing is though, BGG, you can get the transports. The Japanese merchant marine is definitely large enough. So we have 5th Imperial Guard Division here, they will launch the attack. I still have the, well, what I can do here then is actually have, I can have 15th Army here. They're planning for Bigu. So what I'm going to do then is actually leave them here for the time being. Have them in combat mode. Now let's see. I do have these units in here. These fellows are in movement mode. I'm going to put them into combat mode so they'll remain here next turn and then move in. Well, the thing is, even with that, it's like... we do have a major advantage in the fact that, well, we can run ASW. And we choose when our convoys move out. You can definitely move your convoys out and... the place where I've taken the most losses is submarines are around about here, but that's because I had to move in here. Other than that, we haven't had that many really lost to the submarines. We've had, like, ships lost here and there, but we haven't had that much of a problem with the submarines, really. Okay. We are marching on Clark here today. Sorry, on Butai here today. I decided to actually go ahead and leave the 21st Division behind to recover. I figured, well, this is it. In all honesty, yes, it's like 4 days in there, but it's at least 4 days back. I might as well actually have them recovered here. Yeah, I know, right? You know I'm bad for it for, don't you? Right, they made 15 miles today, which is good news. So they're going to be there in 3 days. So on the 16th we'll arrive. On the 17th we'll launch our attack of Butai. Show off there. Right, that's looking good. Yeah, I know that, just. I like to do it that way sometimes. It's just so I can see everything here. There's not that much artillery, there's not that many units on here, but it... I mean, this is it. I could go for bombardment, you are right. Just either or. But we have them set to attack then, so yep, we'll be good here. I can't imagine the situation is going to be good. I mean, we had a bombardment, which wasn't exactly spectacular. Right. We might move the Tojos out. It might be that we move a G3 group out here today, actually. Probably better off moving a G3 group out. Do you plan to go further west to India, Calcutta? Well, to be honest, originally I did, but the plan that we have in mind at the moment, and it's one that's obviously in development, is that rather than India, we finish China, and then we actually do go ahead and consider war with the Soviet Union. Which we might go ahead and do in a few months' time. But obviously, for that to happen, we need to have completely defeated China. It would take a long time. It would have to be a very, very bloody well-planned thing. The good news is he cannot move his actual troops over here. These guys are not active until we actually attack them and force them, well, and activate them. He can move his aircraft, and he can have his actual aircraft on cap and stuff like that, but it could be done. But we need to conquer China first. The focus is going to be on China. They don't become weak as such, it's just obviously the Allied troops become better, they have more firepower. Right, so I have this division here. Right, so it seems that there is a unit over here then. So 17th Division arrived in this hex, which is rather amusing. So they can remain here then. He's probably going to be quite surprised by that. And I'd imagine he'd be surprised by that. Because that division here, that's quite amusing actually. You guys might recall that 17th Division shouldn't be here. You notice how it's unpacking? Yeah, it shouldn't be here. 17th Division was in Shanghai yesterday. It was moving out via rail, but then this hex was taken yesterday. Well, it might have been, no, I think it was the day before. So 2 days ago, this hex was taken. 2 days ago, these units were moving out via rail. When that hex was taken, these units were already in transit. So just a bug of the game actually sent them 6 hexes up the road over here towards their destination. It should not have happened, but it did, and I don't particularly mind it. It gives us the 17th Division in this position here. That is one of those things that'd be very... You couldn't really replicate it, it's just a bug. But I don't mind it. Regarding bombardments, it depends on the caliber of artillery. Like, for example... if we take a look at 2nd Division, so 2nd Division, the heaviest artillery piece they have is They have 150cm guns there. So they've only got 9 of them. So if I go ahead and take a look over here, then artillery... I didn't see exactly which model it was, but... it might be that one. That has a range of 21,000 yards. Oh, thank you very much for that, Gary. So the units lost at Tillijap were the 7th KNIL Battalion and the Kandari Battalion. Sorry, Garrison Battalion. Nice. Yeah, essentially what you want to do then when you engage in a bombardment is you want to try and outrange the enemy, really. Well, he can't, like, destroy that. I mean, they're unpacking now. They'll be unpacked tomorrow. I'd be surprised if he did attack. I mean, it is a division after all. Yeah. That's it, really. As the war goes on, obviously, the Allies gain superior equipment, which is where they get their firepower from. Okay, so we had a stupendous victory out here today. The good news is... Let's see, so I've got the reconnaissance over here, then. Let's see. So I see 2 units over here, then. It's only 1 out of 2. I do have more reconnaissance units in China now, which is really, really important. We do need more to arrive in China. They've still got quite high fatigue, so I don't think I'm going to transfer them as of yet. Would like to get it a little bit lower, but I could try and have them actually... I could potentially make use of them now. Well, this is it. As far as it goes on numbers, it's... welcome, by the way, Menosphere. The thing is, the Japanese army wasn't defeated as such, because the majority of the Japanese army was elsewhere. I mean, the majority of it was in China. The Japanese army in China wasn't defeated, but the Japanese army elsewhere was defeated. But this is it. If you can actually bring numbers to bear, bring firepower to bear against single points that can't be supported, can't be reinforced, and when they are reinforced, they can't manage it, then yeah, it kind of sucks. You're going to lose. And that's it, isn't it? It's the strength and the critical weakness of Japan, but it is an island. Okay. Right, so we have our forces here, which is good. I do have an aviation battalion moving up this way. Let's see. I do have a division that's marching up this way as well. I would like to go ahead and take Ankang. So we do have a rough bit of intelligence there. We do need more reconnaissance here. I do have my armoured car company, and I do have that battalion, sorry, that brigade there. They're also making progress. Making good progress marching down this way. So he retreated over here, then okay. We'll go ahead and attack that again. And we've gained a good number of points, I think, today from victories, which is nice, like army victories, which is very good. Do I bother? I don't need to actually garrison that base. We should be fine. Yeah, so there's actually a good question there to ask. So we have Langcha, which is 91, 91, 61. Here we have 141 resources and 21 light industry, which is good. Kuchuan, however you want to pronounce that, resources, which is nice. Nothing there. Nothing there but a nice airfield. Rumchi has 51 oil, 21 refineries, and 21 light industry. We do also have 41 refineries there. That's nothing there. Kashgar, nothing there. But they are certainly worthwhile taking. We will want to take all of that just to eliminate any prospect of any Chinese forces in the far north there. Okay. So let's see then. I do have my DMSs. I also do have these assets here. Right, they're not re-armed as of yet, so I'm going to have them disbanded to the port here. They shouldn't be unloaded, but that's fine. Yeah, but just that's... that's in 1945. And it's the Red frickin' Army. You know what I mean? It's like, obviously, the Manchukuo army had deteriorated. But it's not like... It's not that the army gets worse per se. It's that the enemies get better. Obviously, there's a lot more to it. There's a number of good books on actually that subject that I should have. Well, I should read someday. So I can't dock here, but that's fine. Just have them like that. It's good to actually have the AKEs here. 12 Chinese squads destroyed, 1 VP. That's still worthwhile. I mean, if we're destroying a few hundred, we're still getting VP from it. That's still worthwhile. Right, re-arm them in port. We'll go ahead and check on the usuals, actually. Yeah. That's a good point there, Gary. Infantry. Okay. So we have a British infantry section here. 15 anti-armor, 19 anti-soft. 41, 12, okay, December 41. Chinese infantry, 1 anti-armor, 11 anti-soft. That is 41, 12 there as well. So you can see that the British are obviously better than Chinese there, because obviously they have an equipment and training, for the most part. IGA. So an Imperial Japanese Army infantry squad has less anti-armor, has better anti-soft though, 41. But there are different ones here. Like this one has 25. I'm not entirely sure which squad is which in the actual divisions, but we have a couple. Oh, that's IGA. Yeah, so that's what it upgrades to. Okay. Right. So if we try to find like a 45 one, the latest I could see even is a 43 squad here, which has 520. Yeah. If I try and find an American or something like that. Yeah, so you like see here a Chinese 1945, 518. So the Chinese get better. British infantry section. So British infantry section in 1944 has 75 anti-armor, 22 anti-soft. It's the Allies get better. Yeah, as Guy says there, so our squads get better, Allied squads get vastly better, IJ squads get marginally better. That's the way to go. I see that. Just have a good one, my man. Yeah, it's crazy, the anti-armor. Anyhow, we'll take a look over here then today. Oh, actually, I'm going to make sure I quickly save it, just in case. Yeah, well, that's it, isn't it? Yeah, exactly, there. As Battle Group says there. So, we're at 13,148. Just going to keep on pushing that lead as much as we can now. Key victories will be very good. I don't think I'm going to get an automatic victory by any means, any stretch of the imagination, but I'm going to bloody well try for it. So, aircraft losses today, then. So, it looks like 1-1 here today. So, we had a Lily, but he had a Catalina loss today, which is nice. Yeah, we had our shot down, and he had bad loss to ops. Okay. Ships sunk today, then. Don't see anything listed. Okay. Right, that's looking good, then. No, in reality, then, we're looking pretty strong here right now. We did have Port Blair expand to a size 3 airfield today, which is excellent. And we can expand this to size 5 airfield. We might go to 4 and leave it there. Maybe size 5 because it can be, but I'm not too sure if it's worthwhile doing so. 13% there to size 4. Yeah, that's going very well there. Yeah, so I suppose a happy medium. It's all you really need for Japan. It'd be better to have multiple size 4 airfields than like one rather large base. Yeah, well, I mean, if we could knock out the carriers, it would be very nice for us. Maybe we'll get that opportunity, I'm not too sure about that. Right. Yeah, exactly. So I do have the 112th Infantry Regiment here as well as the 55th Infantry Regiment. We're going to try... No, not as yet, by the way, Doom. We're going to try and move a G3 squadron out of there then, just to see if that helps. Hope for the best, I guess. Issue is I need the actual aviation support out here. I might just have them transferred back to Bangkok. Have one of them run naval search. No, not as yet. We know that they did function, but we'll just try it. We'll try and move one of them out, I guess. I'm not too sure. We could always try bombs, I'm not sure. At Chiang Mai, we need 168. We have 192. I'm not sure, really. Allied army lost points, went from 6,168 to 6,360. That is 192 VP one last turn. As a point of comparison, that's equivalent of losing the CVL Ryuzhou. Yeah, there we go. Thank you very much for getting it into perspective. Chiang Mai is a size 4 airfield. It also has a air division there now. I don't particularly want to talk about this one too much. We'll try moving a G3 out and see if that helps, but it's not worth spending a lot of time talking on. It's annoying, but we'll figure it out, I'm soon. Sure soon. Okay. Right, so about 2 days out from being over here with another 2/3 of that division, we do have this element of the division which is going to go ahead and attack. He's not moving as of yet, and he may very well regret that. It's going to be cool when you destroy that whole Indian division of the group. It would be nice, actually. I mean, that's not a bad suggestion there as well, for. The issue is I do have aviation moving to Rangoon. And it should arrive there tomorrow, so I could go ahead and actually move, like, a squadron to Rangoon. And it might be that we do move a 0 squadron there. That's not a bad idea. There's a few ideas. We have a good number of things we can actually manage to do. Alright. So these fellas are marching. I'm going to have one of them march in combat mode. Well, actually, I don't think it matters, because I think they're going to be through that hex. He should not be able to march here. He shouldn't be able to retreat here, frankly, because we do have control of that. If we zoom in here. I mean, we control every road in and out, so we should be able to destroy that division there. There should be no way he can get out. In theory. I might keep a unit there. I'll have to just see what the actual information available is on regarding that. Have these assets begin marching back north then. No, we're looking pretty damn solid here. So that is 2nd RTA, 4th RTA, 2nd RTA. Right, so I can have that move over there then. Have that move back to Tungo. Actually, I could have that move that way. But I think one will be sufficient for that, really. Issues might... Well, then again, I don't know. We should be able to make progress here. Right, so we're going to have the 14th Tank Regiment continue to rest today. It's going to take 2 days before our forces actually arrive here at Prome. So what we'll do then is, in all honesty, I could have the divisions marching. We could wait another 2 days, we'll allow the divisions to actually arrive, and then have the tank unit move in, or have them move in on the day... Yeah, we'll have them moving on the day the divisions arrive. So one more day, and then we'll have the actual division, the regiment, I should say, follow out and follow the divisions. Okay. I do have 10 squads being moved into Georgetown. Yeah, there's about 10... I think it's about 10 or... There's about 9 SLF, I think, aboard those ships. They're going to be moved into Georgetown to actually fulfill the garrison requirements. The rest of them are going to be moved out here to Port Blair to give us, like, a solid garrison there, then. Right, so then at 8:25. These fellows here... They'll arrive next turn in movement mode, so what I'll do then is not attack this turn, but I'll attack the turn after. But I'll go into combat mode, of course. That's a good question, therefore. That is a really good question. Do we expect any additional resistance north of SunYan? I'm not too sure. I'm just hoping that we're in a position where we can keep on grinding through it, really. He lost a huge deal of... Yeah, he lost a huge deal there. As Gary says there, they are broken. He had 7 units destroyed. We're going to keep on marching north, but what I will be able to do here... we do have that fatigue and disruption, but in fairness, I think we can keep on driving north. It may be worthwhile resting, perhaps, today, but we'll consider that. But I think every day we can march is worthwhile doing so. If I can march on towards that hex then actually take that dot base, that would actually give me rail line from SunYan to this base here, which would allow for the easier transfer of supplies there. I do have tanks, and it is tempting to potentially have the tanks move along here. If I take a look, we do have the major road. There's also the secondary road here. That goes about halfway there. It could be that we move the tanks over here and then we actually have them move across here. That could be quite useful for us. So tomorrow they would be around about here. Day after they'd be there. Maybe day or two after that they could be about here. That could be worthwhile doing because that would prevent him from retreating this way. Would force him to retreat that way though. So I don't know if that's actually worthwhile. He's likely going to retreat this way, but the thing is his troops are essentially destroyed there. He might have one corps with some sort of effective AV, but I'm not too sure. We'll plan that move, but you have a lot there to consider. It may very well be worthwhile actually having these forces rest here today, like the infantry. The good news is we are on major road. But I don't know. Fatigue obviously does impact on their march, so it might be worthwhile resting them and then moving them out. I mean, obviously they're disorganized from crossing the river, but they did a bloody well. Good job. They bloody did do a good job. So we have 41st Division there, and the 37th will arrive tomorrow at their destination. He had 7 units destroyed, not surrendered nor retreated, destroyed, even times 3 train. He was fighting at 1 to 18 odds. If you cut the road to Langchao, can the northern units trace supplies to Chongqing? The terrain north of SunYan. Now, whenever this is the last hex of clear, it goes to rough, then mountain, so it's one of these really. It's all times 3 in this area. All times 3 essentially. But this is it. We have a great deal of AV here. We have it well supported. And we're going to bring air power to bear in this area as well. So he's going to continue to march that way. Okay. I do have... Kwantung armies moving there. Just need to get an actual command headquarter that way. So I've got 13th over here. They can march across. They should arrive by the time the enemy forces arrive. Right, let's see. SDE. DE. Well, this is desert. I can't remember what it is now. I can't remember what SDE stands for, actually. Soft desert, maybe? I'm not too sure. Sandy desert, there we go. Soft desert. I like it. Yeah, he was in clear terrain, so he will move in times 3. We can split off half our forces. Yeah, that's a good idea as well, so having half of them. And that's actually a really good idea, actually having a good deal move that way. So if you take a look at the combat report then. Yeah, here we go. So he had 622 assault value there. Yeah, I can imagine. So he had 787 AV permanently destroyed for those units. He's lost a lot of those guns there. He lost 180 guns. He had 258 guns, so he doesn't have many guns left. His units are going to be in an absolutely horrific condition. So what we'll do then is we will have them split. Our disruption is quite high there. I think it probably is worthwhile having them stood down to rest here today. End of battle showed one unit with more than 50 AV, and it was not over 100. Right, good to know. I would likely have tanks move out. It would be a good chance to actually try to get behind him. And just being able to move on and take additional hexes, really. We're going to have these assets obviously placed into combat mode. Okay. I would like to get more army headquarters up with these forces here, but the more support we have, the better. I am somewhat conscious that we might not have a command HQ within range. We will do, because we have... Well, we did have this China Expeditionary Army over here, which is still in combat mode. So they're still within range. I'm going to have Kwantung Army moved up this way. How you doing there, Op? Good to have you, my friend. Hello, my friend. Just watch your battles in Tactician Civil War. Yeah, sure. And feel free. As far as it goes with that one, I feel like I'm struggling against the actual game system more than anything else. But no, I'd appreciate that. Okay. So we don't see him marching here as of yet. How much AV is that? 20. I think I'm going to have that remain in position then. Just to at least block the road, really. Moving back. Okay. Right, so 4th Division's recovering quite nicely. They're not that far from being fully recovered, which is good. Now... Oh, so they were in defense. Okay. Fatigue's up there quite... well, this is it. It's up there. I could potentially have them remain outside the battle. Right, they'll arrive tomorrow. But in fairness, he doesn't have that much AV, so it might just be worthwhile to keep attacking. And I think it is worthwhile. We can attack again, I think. Does he still have the aircraft here? What did we face there? So that's Calgon. Okay. So still have a good bit of AV then. Not a lot, but a good bit. So I suppose we'll await the next regiment to arrive. So we'll have them stood down today. Yeah, I forget we can't rest them. We'll have them stood down today then. We'll have another regiment arrive tomorrow. So we won't attack tomorrow then. I may reconsider, to be honest. I may reconsider that. But probably won't take it, but it does make... Well, this is it. He's likely going to be moving these aircraft out today. So I suppose the chance to get the aircraft in the airfield would have been today if it was going to happen at all. If he doesn't, then we'll attack when we attack then. I suppose this is it, isn't it? Can't influence that. So... We'll attack on the 15th then. Okay. Hollandia shouldn't be too far away from level 2 airfield. Yeah, 96% there. Not too far from having that size 2 airfield. Which would be nice. I'll keep it just as a size 2 airfield, but it just helps us out there. Now, Rabal is not far. Yeah, Rabal's at 88% now. We're nearly in that size 7 airfield. Look at all the things that have happened since we started constructing that baby up. But, this is it. I mean, he's bombarded Talagi, but... Oh well, you know? It doesn't make that much of a difference. I just need to get those aviation units pulled out to move elsewhere. Reduce the supply requirements. But in time, we'll build up these shortlands, we'll build up these bases and move south as well. We have Butai over here then. 3 turns and Rabal will be finished there. That's nice. Yeah, we're looking good there. Let's take a look at the other airfields. So 23% here. 50% over here then. Lay is recovering there, 20, 27, 47, so it is repairing that damage. Neutralizer Talagi helps to keep his shipping safe. Well, it does because obviously it reduces the naval search, but he hasn't hit the aircraft and he's not really done that much in the way of damage. I think he's doing it because he's looking for that opportunistic gain, and thank God I did have these guys move out of here today. I could even potentially have them move back. I didn't know you could actually dismount the cavalry. See, that's the thing with that game. It's like a lot of the options I don't know about, and a lot of the options I don't actually use because they just, like, a lot of them don't seem to actually work as intended. It's like I wanted them to actually charge the actual rear of the said cannon, and they didn't. And I'm like, okay. So, it's not that... Well, I wasn't aware that you could actually dismount them. I think I might have seen the button, but I've never tried it. I think this is it. If the game was solid enough where you weren't afraid to press a button, then I probably would try those. Right, I'm going to have them actually disband to port. We do need fuel down here at Tulagi. We'll get fuel down here shortly. The good news is once we have Butai down here, he's not going to like this either, because this will be the first time we have Butai actually move into this area and actually move... we've never actually moved Butai beyond, like, that point there, really. So he's going to be quite surprised when we actually have Butai brought in here to actually go ahead and just destroy Port Moresby. That'll be quite good. I mean, we'll be able to bring in the naval forces then, naval guard and invade. It's looking good. He looks beheaded in a way. We haven't seen his carriers, which I find really quite interesting. His carriers might be lingering out there somewhere, but he's not really... he's not done that much. And there will be a patch tomorrow, Tuesday, that will fix a lot of the naval problems. And that's good then. Yeah, that's it. That's a good thing there. Okay. Do have such returning over here. We cleared the mines out here at Jalowit. Looks like we don't have any mines out this way. I'm really glad to have these little minesweepers. I could do again a couple more out here. They've been fantastic, to be honest. So, we're aware of those fellows. Aware of the subs over here, then. So, we've seen 2 subs over here moving south, moving west. Okay. Hey, Dinner Snake, good to have you again, my man. Sorry earlier, I hope you're doing well. That's awesome, man. We've been doing quite a lot, haven't we, as of late? Right, so I'm not seeing any task forces then, which is beyond those ones. No, not seeing anything else right now. Wake. Pago, 5997. Seattle, Kagayan. Oh, right, that's actually a good point there. Let's check on Mindanao. I did set up reconnaissance over here, which apparently didn't run today. Oh, did I run it on Kagayan? No, I just have the radio detection on Kagayan. But it's not showing me any men here. I don't think they flew today then, did they? Okay. Yeah, we've had Rangoon. We've had Rangoon now. What since? Oh God, it's been about what? Has it been 4, 5 days? 6 days? I can't remember how many days it's been since we. When did we take Rangoon? Was it the 9th of February? I can't remember when we took Rangoon. Yeah, we've had Rangoon a little while now. We took Xi'an... Ooh... about 4 days ago? Yeah. No, we're making good progress here. Driving on north. Trying to make progress over here, but... Right, okay, so he's actually 8 units here then. Interesting. Okay. I was going to say 1 unit would have been surprising. But even 8 units not too bad. We'll get some reconnaissance. We do need that reconnaissance. Yeah, the idea regarding Mindanao, excuse me, will be, once we take Bataan, also we're going to have to clear the mines out this way, clear the mines out of Bataan, obviously Amanil as well. We'll actually have at least 2 divisions sent down to Mindanao, really, at least 2 divisions. What I'm trying to do now is actually use the reconnaissance assets to actually identify where his troop buildup is. I'm just trying to actually identify where they are, and figured out that. If I remember correctly, you are working on the A6M8 variant of the Zero. Yes, that is correct. Rangoon fell on the 8th. There we go, yes. So we've had Rangoon since the 8th of February, which is very nice. Yeah, well that's it. And if I can figure out where his actual troops are, we ought to make use of that. We wanted to move aviation back into China very shortly. Right, number of these brigades here, that can go into rest mode. Okay. 20 seconds marching back. I was kind of hoping that we might have been able to move on Changsha if it only had the 1 unit there. It's somewhat worrying. I'd like to go ahead and clear that unit out here, actually. Do I have a road out there? Go on, and press R. Right, there isn't, but it's a trail. He does. Wow, that's. Okay, it's not the best place for him, then, really, is it? Dear. Oh, dear. The carrier fighters will be first and foremost on the list. Priorities, and then we'll move it out there, really. We will have other fighters. But yeah, the A6M8 is quite a priority. It's something that we can do really relatively quickly, and it is relatively effective. Okay. Oh, that's nice. We have a 6 there now. The key 83s are making progress. Would like to see more progress, but it's working. The key 83 is not too bad. It's one of these things of, like, you don't want it going up against anything like a serious competition, like serious competitor. But it's okay for the most part. It's got good enough range to act as an escort. It's alright as an escort. It's just you don't want it to be going up against something that will kick its ass. Just doesn't really have the armament, really. But it's good for cap. It's good for escorts. Yeah. So we had no failed production here today. The reason is we've turned off the Key 48s. They use their HAR-35s. We've had quite a lot of competition for the HAR-35 engine as of late. So what we're doing then is actually trying to... Well, we've toned down the amount of Key 43s being produced. We've turned off the Falliers, which use the HAR-35. We've turned off the Key 48s at the moment as well, that use the HAR-35. We're just trying to prioritize those to the zero production. The engine production has been outstripped by the air production. We are expanding the HAR-35 engine, but because we only have the one facility here, it only expands at 1 per day, rather than the multiples per day for the others. That's cool. The Zero was really quite widespread, because the thing is the Japanese found it hard to progress past the Zero, I suppose, in any numbers. Now, we're looking pretty good here. Yeah, which is why we won the A6M8. The earlier we get it, the better. Alright. So I do have that fuel heading down there. He does have detection on that. I can give it some cap, which is good though. Just expanded the airfield at Colombo. Okay. Oh, I like Drakenfell. I honestly don't get that much time. I spend like a really large amount of my time actually streaming, to be honest. Which I'm going to have to tone down on in the coming days and that, as I do really need to get focused on my Japanese studies. Which is why I'm trying to get so many turns done, really. But no, we're looking good here. It's been really great to have you guys. We're looking pretty good. The turns are rolling in, but we're just, yeah. He does actually, yeah. He's really good. He's one of those guys that I really do look up to, because he actually knows something, which is impressive. We're looking good here. We have our forces moving. Lost sight of the unit to the north here, but it's likely still there. It looks like we're making good progress over here. I mean, we're about 2 days from this position here, then 2 days. Another 2 days. So we'll be here on the 15th of Feb. We'll be here on the 17th of Feb. If we can take that on the 17th of February, that'd be really nice. The important thing is, okay, so we do see there's a unit over here to Leshio, but it's not a very strong unit. And the terrain there is jungle rough, okay. That'd be a nice base to take control of. Yeah, the major roads are fantastic. And even that trail there is 10 miles a day, which is not bad. And that's the only thing about World War II games, is that very cheese that the Japanese player has to endure and the US player can hide. Yeah, well, that's it, isn't it? Yeah, the Allies have the inevitability. I like Mark Felton as well. Yeah, that's pretty good too. Oh, what do they call him now? Oh, what do they call him? Oh, goddamn. There's a good number of greats, obviously, like there's history visualized. He's obviously fantastic. Military history visualized, yeah. Spoken to him in the past, actually. It's like speaking to your bloody Pope, isn't it? You know what I mean? Speaking to like your god or something. Your hero. He's an awesome guy. Very nice guy. I like military aviation history. He's obviously great. Strachnafel. I'd like... Oh, what do they call him now? The Chieftain, yeah. Is it the Chieftain? I like him too. He's pretty good. I like him. It's an also for World of Tanks, obviously, because that's his employer. But yeah, he's a pretty good guy. But now I think we'll go ahead and we'll leave it off here then for today. Yeah, it's looking pretty good, to be honest. We're looking pretty solid. We'll give our forces a chance to rest over here. I'm likely going to have these forces divided and have at least the tanks move on this way. As long as we can keep progress going, we're looking good there. Well, I mean, in fairness, we can change some things. Like, we have a lot of power over the aviation. We have a lot of godlike power, but obviously, yeah, there are things we can't change. We can't produce new ships. We're going to produce the ships that are already there, and when they were there. Give or take a few days if you've got the arrival date set and set. But in fairness, I think that's probably better. The more that we can do, better. Is like, well, the closer it is to history, at least, is more of a yardstick for us to measure against. We're doing pretty good. And it's like, as Infinite Monkey said earlier on, it's like, what, we had 1 victory point lost today in army. We gained like was it 100 and something, 90 odd something. Pretty nice, really. So we'll go with that, then. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. If you are enjoying this, please do go ahead and follow myself here on Twitch. That'd be much appreciated. And if you do feel like subscribing, i.e. becoming a Twitch subscriber, that would be great. Every Twitch Prime subscription does help me out. I believe how it works is I get I don't think it's $5, but I don't think I get the full $5. I don't know how much I get, but I know it's significantly better than anything on YouTube. Which I know sounds greedy, but it would be really awesome to help support the hours invested in this. Because I do enjoy this, but this is it. I'm going to have to try and figure out how and when I'm going to be able to live in the future, and how much time I'm going to be able to spend on this. But the good news is I have been able to put the funds together to get a badass laptop ordered, so when I do eventually go to Japan for my year abroad, I will still be able to continue playing this, and it might be that I even do these when I'm at university. Maybe find like a quiet corner, connect to the Wi-Fi, get the microphone plugged in, and yeah, go live there. That would be quite fun. That'd be amusing. Until next time, thank you for watching. I used to be Have a great evening, my guys. Great as ever having you here. Till next time.